Let's get real. Self-sabotage doesn't always look like dramatic failure. Sometimes it's just ghosting your own goals. You start the month excited, fill out your planner with color coded ambition, and then you avoid it like a bill you forgot to pay. If that's you, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm sharing the exact self coaching approach that helped me go from overwhelmed, burnt out, and bouncing between to do lists to showing up for myself with clarity, calm, and consistent follow through. And no, it didn't require a miracle morning, perfect discipline, or being on 24/7. So if you've ever wondered why you know what to do but still can't seem to do it, hit that subscribe button to start improving your follow through. Before self coaching, my system looked like one big guilt trip. I was, and still am, a list maker, a planner girl, an ambitious overachiever who thought if I just mapped it all out, I'd finally get it together. So I made endless running to do lists. I take every second of free time and fill it with something productive, something that should move my business forward. But somehow it always felt like I was just spinning my wheels. I'd bounce from project to project, jumping into whatever felt easiest or most urgent. My brain craved rest, but instead of real rest, I gravitated towards mindless tasks, the kind of busy work that's neither fulfilling nor rejuvenating. And the worst part, I thought it was my fault. I told myself that I just needed more discipline, more hustle. I thought that if I just pushed harder, I'd finally get caught up and have the life I dreamed of. But that moment never came, and eventually I gave up. I settled. I resigned myself to surviving in my day job and trying to make do with what I had. But something inside me still craved more, and that craving led me to create my own way of doing things. So, what changed everything for me? It wasn't a new app or productivity hack, but self coaching. Let me explain. Everything changed when I stopped trying to fix myself and started listening instead. I started training to become a life coach, and the biggest surprise, it wasn't the tools I used with clients that changed me. It was the ones I used on myself. Self coaching opened up a completely new way of seeing my life and business. Instead of obsessing over what I should be doing, I learned to ask better questions. What actually matters to me in this season? What do I want to create, not just accomplish? What needs nourishing right now? I use journaling prompts and weekly check ins to explore my inner world. But here's the key, I didn't do it perfectly. There were days, weeks, and even months when I fell off. But because I'd built compassionate, flexible system, coming back was always easy. Instead of my planner being a monument to my failures, it became a safe space to land, to check in, to recalibrate. The system I created eventually became the focus and follow through planner, but it started with one core practice, journaling to meet myself exactly where I was. When you give yourself a way to reconnect without guilt, without shame, it changes everything. You stop chasing discipline and start cultivating trust. If you want to start building that same foundation, my Balance and Thrive Starter Kit includes the first steps of this journey. You'll create a flexible plan based on what actually needs support in your life right now. The link is below. Now, let's talk about what this looked like in practice and the difference it made in how I show up. For the first time, I found myself wanting to come back to my planner. I used to open my planner and feel this wave of guilt. Empty pages, forgotten goals, that pit in my stomach that whispered, "You failed again." But with my journaling based system, I could open my planner after a week away and ask, okay, well, where am I now? What's working that needs adjusting? That small shift from shame to curiosity was everything. I built out monthly vision pages using the Wheel of Life to get clarity on what needed my attention. Then, each week, I used my self coaching prompts to get honest about what I wanted, what I had capacity for, and what support I needed. In the daily handmade affirmations, those helped me rewire the inner dialogue that used to sabotage me. Instead of beating myself up, I started each day with a custom statement that reminded me of who I was becoming. Even when I slipped, I came back every time. When you build a system that invites you back in instead of pushing you away, you become consistent, not out of guilt, but out of relationship with yourself. That's what the Focus and Follow Through Planner helps you do. It gives you a framework to build your month, your week, and your day around your real life, not your fantasy of perfection. I'll link to it below. But if you're into small steps like me, you can get started with the Balance and Thrive Starter Kit. Now that I've shared my journey, let's dive in deeper into the first step you'll take using this new system. Whether you're starting small with the Balance and Thrive Starter Kit or diving in deep with the Focus and Follow Through Planner, the Wheel of Life will become your best friend that holds you down every month so you never forget what's most important. If you're tired of burning out, falling behind, or abandoning your plans halfway through the month, you won't want to miss this one. But first, what's one mindset shift that's helped you build a better follow through? Share it in the comments and let's cheer each other on. But just remember, you are not lazy. You are not broken. You deserve support that actually works for you, for how your brain and body function. And that support, it starts with the way you check in with yourself. It starts with grabbing your planner, taking 5 minutes to be radically honest, and letting your goals align with who you are today, not who you think you should be. I'll see you in the next video.